Welcome to DelawareFocus.org, an initiative of the Delaware Community Foundation. This community indicator project was created to provide a holistic and systemic baseline for identifying Delaware's strengths and opportunities across all the sectors. In short, we want to help promote high quality of life for all Delawareans based on knowledge. Delaware Focus provides over 70 indicators across 7 major topics. These include children and youth, demographics, economy and workforce, education, financial well-being, health, and community life. Some of the data indicators can also be viewed on maps, and we provide regional dashboards for quick comparison of select indicators for the state, the counties, and the city of Wilmington. Now at the top of the home page, there are several links available, including All Indicators and Contact Us. All Indicators allows us to see a complete list of the indicators with description for each. So when you're looking at the data, you'll understand which aspect you're reviewing. And most importantly, the Contact Us link. This allows anyone to provide feedback or ask questions of our team. We encourage feedback, so please do not hesitate to contact us. Now back to the home page. As we scroll down the home page, the most recent annual report is available. This summarizes key trends across all 7 topics, and again, we do update this annually. Toward the bottom of the site, we can also see social media posts, news updates, and you can sign up for email updates. So let's dive in a bit. With so many indicators available and possibly more in the future, we separate it by the topic and subtopic. As you can see, when we click on each topic across the blue bar, on the left-hand side for each, you will notice subtopics available. For example, economy and workforce is broken down into economy factors and workforce factors. So when you click on the topic, the subtopics exist, and when you click on one of the subtopics, then you see the meat and potatoes. You actually see the indicators for that subtopic and topic. So let's use financial well-being. We'll begin our navigation here. Notice the subtopic is listed on the side, but we also have an option for View All. View All is an option to list all the indicators under this topic. And you can see at a glance, we have the subtopic name, the indicator name, and then we have a trend column. The trend column shows an overall progress for that indicator, whether it's decreasing, increasing, and in some cases you will see not applicable. Now the not applicable exists for something where we don't have multiple years of data, or when it's broken down into too many factors to determine, one set increase or decrease. But we're going to go back to the main page of the topic and begin exploring. So before we click on a subtopic, let's review the overall flow of the topic pages. When you click on one of these topics, you'll see various information. Of course, you see the subtopics on the side, but then you see key trends in the area. It gives you a brief overview for the topic. Then we have featured topic indicators. These provide an overview of select data points. And below that, the trend continues and explains what trends are happening in what areas. So now we're going to select financial resources. For this demonstration, we've chosen this subtopic because I'd like you to take a look at the median household income as an example. You'll notice that the indicators are listed on the menu on the left, but they're also in the middle of the screen and again showing the trends in the center. So for median household income, again, we can click either on this menu or we can click on the indicator in the center, the indicator name. And once we select an indicator to review, the information is presented in different ways to give us flexibility in how we explore. First, there's the Analysis tab. This gives us a narrative of the data findings. This includes a comparison to the nation and select regions of similar size and demographics. The comparison regions are Jacksonville, Florida, Richmond, Virginia, and the state of Rhode Island. Then we move on to the Charts tab. And again, you'll see the actual indicator name at the top, median household income, the analysis. Now we click on Charts. This tool is very exciting. It's an interactive tool. As you can see, I point to the bars and it shows the information for the various regions. But you can also change the view by clicking on the legend at the bottom. So if you just wanted to view the counties, you could deselect US and Delaware and just see the county information. And again, when you point to it, you do see the numbers that are recorded on the chart. Now, when we click on the Data Tables tab, in this case, you'll see only median household income and you see the dollar figures. On many of our charts, on many of our data points, we have multiple displays of data. For example, the percent of population and then the total. So we do try to present the data in multiple manners and also for multiple years to demonstrate a trend. One interesting point, if you'd like to delve in a little deeper, you'll see these blue communities tabs, Kent County communities, Newcastle communities. When you click on these, it expands to show cities, select cities within that region. This is where you really start seeing some of the differences, the tremendous gaps between local areas. Now, as I scroll back up, all of the indicators, all 70 plus of them on our website, include analysis, charts, and data tables, but some also include maps. When I click on this tab and scroll down a bit, you'll see that it's a map of our state. Now, all I have to do is click somewhere in there and hold the mouse button down and I can drag the entire map around if I need to adjust. The double arrows at the top, when you click them, you see a legend showing the various ranges for the indicator that you're reviewing. Now, at a glance, we see that the higher median household income levels are in Newcastle County, as you can see by the darker colors on the chart. This goes up to about $64,000. At this level, it looks like Newcastle County households are making up to $64,000, while Kent and Sussex make about $9,000 less, as you can see by the cream colored or beige for Kent and Sussex. But let's dig deeper. We can click the plus or minus buttons, or we can double click the map to start zooming in. As we move the map around, first of all, notice that the legend changes. The top income level is now $156,000 for a household. But the bottom levels are only $22,000. And you can see by the colors on the chart the tremendous gaps. This is why the maps are important. They identify areas where there may be discrepancies or disparities. And again, you can zoom in or zoom out and move the maps around. As you can see, there is quite a bit of difference in income levels throughout Delaware. Now we need to consider other things. Consider what factors impact your organizations, your clients, your life. Is there any single subject area that is not somehow linked with other areas? Let's look over on the side menu again, and we'll see something called Related Indicators, and this is for the entire topic of financial well-being. When we click on it, we see a small sampling of the indicators on this site that may impact or be impacted by financial well-being factors. Now, as we look at this list, consider some others: early education, health, crime rate, civic engagement, arts and culture. The possible connections can go in any direction. This is simply a beginning of how we tie it all together. And that's where Delaware Focus begins to stand apart. We are looking at the big picture across sectors. Delaware overall quality of life, both now and in the future. We provide indicators at a broad level. We show trends over time to recognize potential patterns. We provide links to more in-depth resources. And again, you can see on the side menu, we do have something that says resources. But most importantly, we try to inspire thought and discussion across the traditionally siloed boundaries. There are numerous initiatives and other resources in place, but they often focus on an impact upon a specific area, such as health or education or crime. Delaware Focus provides an impartial cross-topic baseline, and that's going to continue to grow and change over time. It is not all-encompassing, but more of a bouncing board, a central place to begin research, with resources to delve deeper into each area of interest. Using the data, the DCF Community Engagement Team has already begun facilitating discussions statewide, gaining further insight into our local community needs. To sum it all up, data leads to discussion, which leads to shared focus and collaborative action, which then leads us to revisit the data in the future for even more guidance. So thank you for taking the time to become familiar with DelawareFocus.org